Massive day for the unemployed. Unk is back exposing Tier 2.
The Tier 2 Valorant scene has been corrupted. Life-changing money.
Yeah, to you, baby. To me, that's another Tuesday.
This is literally the kind of scandal that could kill competitive gaming in Valorant.
And then I shoot on, he starts VOD reviewing a team called Burger Boys. Then we got the Blue Otter. What's next? Green Beaver?
Tens of thousands of dollars for a single game. Just to throw a single game.
All right, fellas, when I see numbers like this being thrown around, allegedly being bet in like a Tier 2 match, you know, I get a little confused because match betting, you're taking money away from other people from the pool, not from the gambling site. If anything, this is a Tier 1 game because look, the names are blurred out.
It's likely to be millions. But
unless the cartel is involved, washing their money Ozark style, nobody's betting that much on games like Blue Otter and Burger Boys.
This is my good old friend Bray. AKA one of one Bray, AKA Bray on Chain. He is the guy that's reaching out to everyone, and this right here, this is what his Twitter looked like. Well, at least for last week, before he deleted a lot of the incriminating evidence. He follows pretty much everyone in the Tier 2 scene.
Hey, it's over. This is some good evidence. If he follows you, pack your bag.
So here you can see, this is how Bray opened up the conversation with Practo, right? Showing and flaunting these Burger Boys bets against Blue Otter.
As you can tell, the actual match isn't censored, and the bet sizing kind of makes sense. Like, I feel like this is feasible.
Yo, Teague, let's make 100K each in your next game. What's your Discord? I got 20K for you.
I couldn't even believe what I was seeing, so I DM'd the guy that he was talking about, and he replied, "How accurate's the Sean video? You really got 230K pool bets in Tier 2 games? Is he bugging?" He said, "Lol, yeah, shit's easy to get down to multi-six figs." Damn, that's gangsta. How many people bet on it? How accurate was he? Who, Sean? He is genuinely retarded. LMAO. I watched the video and he is so stupid, it's insane. And again, all I've seen so far are random messages from this Bray guy, and nobody's gotten paid yet. There's no evidence that anyone's gotten paid. He could have Inspect Element did all of it for all we know. I'm not saying the numbers aren't legit either, but if they are, hit my line.
Imagine you're one of these young kids, you don't have a salary, and this gem enters. From there, he'll actually take it over to Discord, where you can see Bray starts off, "Sup, G? Landor have any games coming up?" Maybe Challenge is kind of dead at the moment with playoffs starting soon, so we don't have any VCL matches till July. Split 3, July 4, right? What I do is pay Challenger players. For example, I'll send a bet slip real quick. Hold on. So when you have a close game, for example, you're playing a good team, I'll pay you 20K to underperform.
Fluorescent already paid my rent, so I sort of held off on making the video when I was sick, but so far, there's literally no, concrete evidence. Now, I'm a humble guy. I'm not a Valorant expert. I don't understand the intricacies of pro play, but Sean was making some crazy claims, saying some teams were cheating, and let's have FNS go over it.
And now he hits his timing to lurk right onto the wall. Oh.
I mean, nah, bro. They're making noise B, then he lurked up cat. I agree him crossing from here to here is useless and kind of dangerous and brain dead, but I also understand that it's an eco round. So there's got to be better clips than this.
Dude, this isn't Faker dropping League of Legends and frickin' butt-chugging 4 liquid IVs and taking some Adderall in, some kind of high-intellectual game. You guys are micro-analyzing a Tier 2 game. The fact they know the E key on their keyboard exists is already a miracle. If you ever feel bad about yourself and sad about your day, no, there's people betting on Valorant Tier 2 matches on a team called Burger Boys. To make matters even funnier, it turns out that Sean has a bit of a conflict of interest because he was coaching one of the teams that lost to these players.
Now, this is the guy that was insta-killing everyone on my team. It doesn't even look like the same person right now. This looks like the same person took horse tranquilizers.
Blue Otter team even made a statement saying that they'll continue to support the players until more concrete evidence goes out. Again, despite the video being terribly formatted, incredibly boring, I don't think Unk got everything wrong. There are some things that could be indicative of throwing, but then again, not beyond a reasonable doubt.
FlyQuest Red Superstar played so well against us, you know? Secondary duelist, rotating all over, always at the hits. Let's see the same. Oh,
that's just a normal whiff, bro. What?
Maybe if we slow it down a little bit, it'll be better. Let's check it out. You got this, Bob. Oh.
This is just woman reaction time and nothing to see here. To me, it feels like he's already got these people set as guilty in his mind and he's just throwing shitty darts at the dartboard trying to get something to stick. You know, it takes a match fixer to know a match fixer, so let's hear it from Shanks.
That's fair. I just watched this one round and I couldn't even believe it.
朋友是一个坚韧不拔的记录。
Guys, I'm not racist. I love Chinese food.
For legal reasons, that's a joke.
We're not going to listen to Shanks because, you know, once a match fixer, always a match fixer. Let's listen to someone more credible, like this Canadian, FNS.
This paranoia
This is
is
a beat
gonna
pop.
go crazy.
It's a B-pop. This paranoia is normal. They usually do this. Like, teams normally do this, and then they updraft Dash.
This paranoia actually is gonna catch both of our B players. And guess what? We actually get to see Fair use the Cloud Burst.
What are these horrible setups these guys are in, though? Why are these guys insta here? What time in the round is this?
It's hard to take the video seriously when his team are the people playing in these terrible setups. FNS himself is confused too. I mean, sure, there were some suspicious things like people dying with their like knife out and stuff like that. People were saying this clip is suspicious because Bob had her knife out, but like she used utility and tried to get a timing, so I don't know if this is a dead giveaway to me either. Also, keep in mind, this is Tier 2 Valorant, a scene that notoriously has zero support from Riot Games and Valorant, let alone the organization. So why would you even care? I'd have my knife out too.
And quite frankly, I think it's unlikely that they're going to be betting, you know, 134 grand on a match that they don't know the outcome of, while betting 30 grand on one they do know the outcome of.
What a great question, Sean. Why wouldn't they bet 100 freaking bands on a game they know the out? Because you can't. There is no pool big enough for that amount of money. How is it so complicated? Okay, let me show you something. This might be interesting to you. GG.bet, like one of the crypto throwing sites where you can bet on matches. Of course, it's nowhere near as big as Shuffle, but if you go down, you know, Team Sabrosa, let's say we think the players are gonna win and he's gonna lose. The max we can literally bet is $108.
You'll see it as 99.8% big wins.
Of course, as an outsider, don't freaking bet on these games, but if you're a high elo player, as far as I'm aware, this isn't regulated, so go make your money, throw some games. Of course, this isn't Shuffle, and obviously Tier 2 games have a bigger betting pool, but I just want you guys to see how big of an issue this crypto throwing stuff really is. Blue Otter put out a statement saying they're going to make a video response to Seangares' claims because he caused irreparable damage to their players' reputation and careers. And they also said their players have been met with like death threats and stuff like that, which I think is a crazy, because this is Tier 2 Valorant. Who really cares that much?
There are real world impacts and repercussions though from this match fixing and cheating. And I mean, that's ultimately why I'm here. You know, Shopify Rebellion Black were the Split 1 champions. That's the team that I general manage for. We were set to continue that success in Split 2. The points slot is very important. There's 2 slots that move up to this Ascension tournament. And that's the only goal of your challengers, to ascend to VCT. One of the slots is the point total. So by getting cheated out of playoffs, our point total now is completely messed up.
It just comes off that he's a bit upset that his team got beat with strategies he sees as inferior, but like if you really think about it and flip the logic on itself, you lost to these strategies.
So how can you know if a 30 frag performance is even real? None of the reputable organizations, salary-paying organizations, want to be associated with a competitive scene riddled with match fixing and cheating.
Brother, even without the match fixing and cheating, none of the teams want to be associated.
But it was 4.8 to 1 before the series, and we won the first map, which was their pick. They had 0 practice all week, and this guy just caught all of those timings.
I mean, the only logical conclusion is that he's cheating. True. My bad for making the video late. I was sick, and I know you don't care and probably want me to get the Walter White 9000 lung cancer, but yeah, I watched the whole video on like 1.5 times speed because it was essentially VOD review of like Tier 2 Valorant, and the sad part is people like Practo, who are honest, make $0 while everyone else is making tens of thousands. Show me one person who got money. Like, genuinely, show me one payment. But WestJet, this Bray guy's evil. He messaged people on Discord. When they lose, they're throwing. When they win, they're cheating. Like, this whole video felt pretty sloppy. And to make matters worse, that conflict of interest I mentioned. Innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. And I think he missed the reasonable doubt here and essentially played around with these people's reputations and jobs. Finally, a statement I could stand behind. This is all Shanks' fault. WestJet. Just a landlord having the time of his life right now. Alright. You guys can't keep getting away with this. And let's be honest, who cares about tier 2 Valorant? Unless you're 10 of the people in the game, their coach, or maybe their parents that are hoping they're not going to be a failure. Like that, nobody cares. This random comment I found hit the nail on top of the head. Who cares? It's Valorant. And I'm going to finish off this video with this comment. Is the legitimate proof in the room with us? I mean, sure, you could speculate and watch VODs, but what real proof is there without DMs, bank balances, or disclosing crypto wallet name? Point being, this needs a lot more proof, but I do think you jump-started a good change in competitive Val. I do feel that Sean had good intentions with this, but the video did feel insanely rushed and sloppy, and yeah. Subscribe if you think Zelsis rips the N-word.